Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. So, shall we start? Santosh, sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
can we start uh, I think, or we need to wait?
Yes, we will wait for 1 minute and then we will start.
So, first of all, um introduction, we can start.
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay. So, thank you so much, sir, Santosh, sir. And
Actually,
uh,
uh,
mhm.
actually, we start. Just 1 minute, sir. Just 1 minute. Now I will request our FDP coordinator, Dr. S.M. Mukne sir, to welcome our today's resource person. Over to you, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So, I take pleasure and privilege to welcome today's resource person, Mr. Ishwar, for this session, who is from Reliance Jio. Along with him, I welcome all the participants of this FDP. Last 2 days, we are enjoying uh, literally, literally resourceful resource persons. The sessions were really enriching the knowledge, and I am confident that today's resource person will also enrich you with abundance of knowledge in the area of communication. So without wasting much of time, I once again welcome today's resource person and all the participants of this FDP. Kale sir, you can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Let me introduce today's resource person. So, very good evening to all of you. On behalf of this ATAL FDP organizing team, it's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Munir Sayer sir and his all the team members, Mr. Ishwar, as our esteemed resource person for today's online session. So, Mr. Ishwar will be delivering a talk as a part of our FDP on next generation communication. So, we are honored to have him share his expertise and insight with us. So, Mr. Ishwar Chandra Bandil, currently working as a Deputy General Manager at Geo Platform Limited, Mumbai, and his area of expertise includes IP multimedia subsystems, data science and blockchain. He has 17 years of work experience in the telecom industry on various technological projects on third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation, EPC, IMS blockchain, data science, cloud solutions, hardware management, and E2E deployment. Also, he implemented and validated multi-vendor product solutions and completed the deployments. He also currently working on Geo 5G in-house network nodes and deployment in Pan India. So with this, I want to request take the charge, Mr. Ishwar. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mukne, sir, and giving me opportunity to uh, present 5G beyond uh, an emerging trend technologies topic. And thank you so much, sir, Santosh sir, and Javed sir. So, good evening, all of you. Along with me, uh, I'll introduce myself first. My name is Ishwar Chandra Bandil. So, along with me, Rukmanna Kharatmol, who is working with us since last 10 years, and he will give you some introduction about 5G first and their applications, as well as he will provide you some detail of uh, use cases of 5G, right? So after that, I'll discuss in detail a detailed discussion in 5G as well as 5G use cases and beyond the 5G applications, all the features of telecom system which is currently have in the current market, right? So I'll give the mic to Rukmanna Karatmol first.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Myself,
Good evening.
yeah, good evening. Myself, Lukmana Karatmul, currently working with Reliance Jio from last 10 years as a senior solution architect. So, in my journey from 2012 to 2014 or 24 till now, when I joined here as a trainee engineer, I was joined as a graduate trainee engineer. So initially we were work on initially Geo was launched in 4G was launched is around 2016, 28 December 2016. Earlier from 2010 to 2016 Aura, we were work on 4G technology. So in the part of 4G technology, I was the one who was the beat engineer or trainee engineer who have given his knowledge and expertise in the 4G technology. So from that 4G technology to 5G technology, what we have experienced, what are the challenges, what things we have re-evaluated, or what are the things we have covered in 5G. That all end-to-end explanation will be given by Ishwar sir. I will brief about 4G, then I will evaluate the how we have turned from 4G to 5G. So basically, 4G it was around, which is also known as the long-term evolution, which is the having the bandwidth of 20 Mbps, along with the frequency band 2300 megahertz and 1800 megahertz and 850. So in 2300 megahertz also we have divided at first carrier and second carrier. In 1800 also we same, and like that 850. So as everyone knows the distance. Okay, wait, I will share my screen. Uh, just once again. Sorry. Now you can see. Now you guys able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It's fine.
Karthik sir, are you able to see my screen? Yes. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Where I was in the journey of 4G and 5G, we in 4G we were came with 2300 megahertz, 1800 megahertz, and 850 megahertz. So along with that, in same frequency band, we came with first carrier and second carrier, RDU and CDU. So in that, why we came with 5G and what are the what was the challenge? We already deployed the 4G and again we came with 5G. So certain limitations, certain service related to service things was there. So that's why we have deployed this 5G. So in 4G, some kinds of bandwidth, it was only 20 Mbps. 20 Mbps was the bandwidth, and frequency band is 2300, 1800, and 850. So what how 5G we have deployed. So during 4G time, all the server and all the services and all the technology is on IPv6 only. So we have in 5G also we have came with the same concept in IPv6 MIMO technique. Multiple input, multiple output was the technique which was used in the 4G technology. While we were addressing so many customers, or so we were targeting so many millions millions of customers. Okay, so while transforming to 5G, we have different services. In 4G we have came with IPS, IPMS, SCDP, SCCP, like these kinds of services was there. But while coming with 5G, we have more turn on the AI, Geo Vault, Geo Brain, all the services we have came with 5G. So means apart from this 4G, we have certain applications or services which we have deployed in 5G with respect to all our terms and conditions. Okay. So the first is introduction to Jio. Means the Ishwar sir already explained you what is the background about our company and all. So Reliance Jio is India's leading telecommunication service provider, which you all know. And currently we are the one in the market in telecommunication market who is providing more services rather than other operator. So network expansion, Jio has revolutionized the telecom with high-speed 5G services reaching millions across India. You all know we have already deployed the 110 million customers across pan India in a span of only 32 days, which is our achievement of all Reliance Jio, which is done by all Indian engineers only. So okay, in the aura of is 5G, we have reached on around 440 million till now with these 5G services across pan India. So we are targeting more customers in next couple of days with this all our whatever things are with us. So we are expanding that network with the help of this. So third point is the importance of network coverage. What do you mean by network coverage? We need to understand first before going to deep in 5G technology. We need to understand what do you mean by network and coverage. How we need to evaluate these things. So we everyone knows only about the network means suppose if anyone is calling to any person from one tower to two tower, if any extract or any disturbance is coming, so every people will saying just like that, "Arey, poor is network is very poor, not call is not going to connect," like that. But before commenting that statement, import network coverage issue, we need to understand what exactly network means. So what Reliance Jio has designed for this network optimization to across pan India for the 440 million customers, we have came with different tools in 5G. In 4G, we were using the all this tool to optimize the network and optimize the RF survey to optimize the coverage. So what from the 4G only we were using, but in 5G we are optimizing in more number of statistics because we need to give proper network with your customers, not less network or poor network. So that is the major concern in the 5G we are targeting a more number of millions of customers in this 5G journey. Okay, so uh, before coming to 5G, I will add this. There are some tools which we have used for the network optimize, network expansion, or RF analysis. I will give some brief idea about that tool which we have used and how we are optimizing our RF network and signals and everything to get the proper services. So you all know 5G. 5 means it stands for 5 and G means its generation. So from the aura of 1G to 5G, you all maybe some colleagues or some sirs are there which already experienced from 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. But from my journey start from 4G and means I have worked on 4G, but I know the 3G part as well. 3G, 4G, and 5G. So you all know 5G is just fifth generation mobile network, which is the latest in mobile telecommunication technology. So Ishwar sir have already prepared the more deep introduction about the 5G and all. So he will explain everything. I will just be briefing you the what are the things we have changed from 4G to 5G and how we are going to optimize with the help of different tools. Okay. So Jio is deploying the most advanced version of standalone 5G, which has zero dependency on the existing 4G network. Other operators are deploying a non-standalone version of 5G that operates on their 4G core, making Jio true 5G for superior with standalone 5G. Jio can deliver new and powerful services such as low latency connectivity, massive machine-to-machine communication, 5G calls, edge computing, network slicing, and the metaverse. Okay, this is the just small basic understanding about the 5G architecture, how we have deployed our 5G services across pan India with the help of this all the applications. So in my screen, you guys are able to see there is a applications block which is just known as a UP of AMF, U-plane, C-plane. So earlier in 4G, it was like MME, HSS, HLR, VLR. So whenever UE is connected to our Node B or tower, so that entry should get address in the HSS and HLR. But in terms of here in 5G architecture, we have AMF application where access and mobility management functions is there. which provide the access about to the your registered UE, which is in available in our network or which is available in eNode B. So along with that, this is the just basic 5G architecture which consists of AMF, GNode B, RRC, PDCP, RLC, MAC, physical, NAS layer, RRC layer, PDCP. These all applications which is coming into the picture, which combines work as a 5G architecture. So the here is the one diagram UPF user plane function, which is the another. There is a two part, which is U plane and C plane, control plane and user data plane. So based on that user plane function, we can divide our traffic into the network, or if more number of people are coming across the same inode B, so we can divide our traffic to the n number of inode Bs, like that. So this is the just user plane and control plane, and AMF regarding block diagrams are there, which is coming across to the 5G architecture. Okay. So now this is till now I have covered with you the 5G architecture, 5G basic description, and how we have came from 4G to 5G. Okay. So apart from this, I will explain just one call flow, which is the related to 4G or 5G. Same is it is whenever we guys are calling to any person with respect to with same operator or with any operator, we guys are dialing our phone and dialing person's number, and it's get connected. But during this it's only take on around 10 to 20 seconds to get connect to other party or other friends or other person. But in this 10 second, you are getting only 10 seconds in real time. But in our telecom aura, we understood that all the scenarios or all the activities in milliseconds. So whenever your call is get started from your user equipment, means your mobile to your inode B, so in between that certain things are there which correlately combines, and which forms the one call. Whenever sometimes it get call fail, sometimes it gets call connected. So during this, so entire this call flow which combines, which gives you the proper service or proper result. So all this call flow and 5G detailed description, which will be the explained by Ishwar sir in next few minutes. So I'm handing over to Ishwar sir now, who will explain the entire end-to-end description about the 5G. Sir, is there any person having any doubt in this in introduction part or in 5G architecture, or how means is there any block you not understand, or else you can drop the messages in chat box so that we can answer you.
No, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So is there any query? So if, if you have any query, then you can also put up messages in the chat box. So
Sir,
now,
what type of difference between 4G and 5G architecture, and what
so
type of equipments that
mhm.
need to be upgraded in 5G?
Right. So I'll give you the details in my presentation. So
Okay,
what are
okay.
the differences,
Yes.
and what are the types of devices we can use in 4G as well as in 5G. So thank you, Rukmanna. So I think few details I think you can get in the Rukmanna's presentation. So I'll now I'm going to present my screen. Just a minute. So my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clearly visible.
So I'm uh, uh, going to give details in 5G as well as new technologies which we are currently working. And 5G is we have introduced a couple of years back. So I think uh, everyone knows right now is also utilizing 5G handsets. So before 5G, I am going to give you some details about generation, right? So in the telecom, first of all, before starting my session, I'll give you some agendas, introduction of telco journeys, right? Then I'll give you the session on 4G, 5G, and beyond technologies like 6G introductions. Then what are the use cases of 5G and 6G technologies? And after that, I'll cover mechatronics and communication technologies. Then various fields of mechatronics integration of 5G and 6G and their trends of all the technologies which is in available in the telecom domain, as well as I'll give you some kind of uh, standard bodies which is before I am going to give you details, I'll also give you some kind of detail about standards body. So all the telecom generation, which is right now working in as per standards only, right?
घेतला
So
तिथं होतं आणि ठेवला मी आणला काय
hello. So somebody is asking something.
No, sir. No, sir. You
Okay.
continue.
So all the telecom generation which is right now running currently it is based on standards, right? So I'll give you some kind of standards also, how many standards body gives us detail, as well as what are the use cases and the examples of the handsets, what are the handsets available, or also what are the devices available in the market, and and what kind of technologies we can you like evolve with the help of 5G and 6G and other technologies. What are the technologies available and integrate with our telecom domain also. So this is the agenda. So before starting our telco journey, so I'll give you some kind of details about introduction of telecom. So I think everyone knows what is G instance for, like in the since starting generation like 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G. I think uh, right now we are working on 5G and we are using 5G services, right? I think we are utilizing as a data in the 5G, right? So I think uh, somebody can tell what is 1G, what is the means of 1G, 2G, G stands for.
Generation.
Hello. So generation, right? So what is the means the generation in telecom? Like it is rapidly growing, right? Since 1G. 2G, 3G, right? Rapidly growing in the telecom. So in the 1G, since I think we have heard that it is introduced in 1980s, correct? So in the 1980s, we use, I think before my birth, I think it was introduced. So people are utilizing the devices and utilizing the 1G equipments, 1G services, uh, uh, like wireline services, right? Wireline services we can call as 1G, correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is a
So
voice supported devices only in first generation.
yes. So all the devices which was uh, utilizing in the 1G is wireline, and which was working as a analog services, and जो physically uh, like nobody can move and talk, like, so based on the drawbacks, generation moves, generation changed. So based on that, like in the 1G, the drawback was like if we want to send the information one place to another, then we need to study in one place and dial the call and give the information to other places, right? So based on that, uh, uh, why 2G came, because some drawbacks and some limitation was overcome in the 2G. So when 2G evolved, so the same technology, like we can say that when 2G introduced, so it overcomes the services like where हम लोग बात भी कर सकते हैं और लाइक अपना इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर सकते हैं with the help of the technology called as GSM, right? GSM technology के through हम लोग that feature which was evolved in the 2G, uh, what we called as like uh, analog services, जो एनालॉग सर्विसेज है उसको हमने जीएसएम टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू ओवरकम कर दिया, व्हाट वी कैन कॉल एज जस्ट अ मिनट, जस्ट अ मिनट.
Kale sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
there is no audio.
Yes, 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 sir.
Just a minute, sir.
Just a minute.
One call.
Oh,
Uh,
1 minute.
I have one call came. So give
okay,
me a 2 minutes. I'll start again.
please, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry, sir. Actually, one uh, uh, call came, so that's why I
Yes,
I
sir. Yeah.
need to
Okay,
attend
sir.
that call. So I was starting a discussion about the telco's journey, right? So in the telco journey, telecommunication is basically has three parts. One is RAN, radio access network. Second one is core, and third one is services core, right? So in the 1G, since starting 1G, right, when it is introduced like in 1980s, so all the three services, like three sections we have covered. We are providing a voice call as a service, voice as a service on the analog technologies. So which was uh, running on FDMA analog services, right? Analog communication. And after that, after some years, like 10 years, uh, in the voice, like in 1980s, the drawback is whenever we need to transfer the information one place to another, we need to dial full call, right? So in that case, the charge is also very high, and all the calls whenever we initiate, it is like going with one multiplexer to another multiplexer, and demultiplexer came, and there is a one exchange also. So it was wired line, correct? So all the devices came during 1G. So like it was we have covered in the 2G. What this drawback we have covered in the 2G. So the technology came in the 2G called as GSM and TDMA services, and where we introduce as a service called as short messaging services like SMS as a services. uh, यहाँ पे like we suppose that we need to give the information, short messaging services. uh, in the short messaging services, we can deliver the entire information to one place to another. And just a minute, sir. So uh, uh, like in the wireline we have drawback. uh, जो हमारा ड्रॉबैक था कि हम लोग को एक ही जगह पे रह के बात करना था, और जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वन प्लेस टू अनदर अगर हम मुझे पहुंचाना है तो हमको पूरा डायल करना पड़ता था कॉल. But in the 2G, we have this issue we have overcome and provide the services called as in the short messaging services. And it is in the 2G we have received the services called as GSM. It is providing a wireless communication also, right? So 2G में हम लोग मूव होके भी बात कर सकते थे, एंड साथ ही साथ अपना इंफॉर्मेशन वन प्लेस टू अनदर अगर मुझे भेजना है तो मैं एसएमएस के थ्रू में सारा इंफॉर्मेशन भेज भी सकता था. Then after that, the feature called as 3G came. अच्छा, 2G के जो ड्रॉबैक्स हैं, लाइक 2G में जो फीचर नहीं थे, उसको हमने हमारी नीड एज पर जनरेशन वी है we introduce as a internet services, क्योंकि हमको whenever we talk, right, तो बात करते करते हमको इंटरनेट भी अपने डिवाइसेस में चाहिए था. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन इंटरनेट एज अ सर्विसेज इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ इन 2000, अर्ली 2000s. सो द जनरेशन came in the called as 3G CDMA as a technology which we have introduced in the 3G, where we receive the download and upload capabilities as a 2 to 100 kbps, right? So इसका ड्रॉबैक ये था 3G में, whenever we talk, right, अगर हमने उस ड्यूरिंग में इंटरनेट का अगर सर्विसेज में यूज कर रहा हूँ, then somebody has called me, then इंटरनेट का कनेक्शन ब्रेक हो जाता था. I think all the people aware that kind of issue, कि ये feature in the 3G we face the issue, right? Whenever we receive the call, then internet would like was dropped the connection, right? So ये 3G को हमने ओवरकम, 3G के जो इश्यूज हैं उनको हमने ओवरकम किया इन द 4G. So now the technology called as OFDM and LTE, the technology which we have introduced and in the 4G, and we have received a 2 Gbps speed, up to 2 Gbps speed in the 4G handset devices. So इसमें भी there are multiple challenges, there are multiple issues comes in the 4G. I think 4G के जो issues हैं उनके बारे में कुछ बता सकते हैं? Somebody can tell about 4G issues.
Actually, sir,
Hello?
it has some limited coverage.
Okay. So limited coverage means
4G network may not be available in some of the area, particularly rural or remote locations, and the area with poor or no coverage, that due to the physical
so मैं एक्चुअल आपको 4G का जो लिमिटेशन है वो बताता हूँ. So
in the
4G का जो लिमिटेशन है, whenever
in
we saw in the crowded area, right?
yes.
जैसे हम लोग मॉल में जाते हैं, राइट, या फिर ट्रेड फेयर में जाते हैं या स्टेडियम के आसपास कहीं रहते हैं, तो वहाँ पे वी आर फेसिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ इशू कि इंटरनेट हमको नहीं मिलता, राइट? एम आई करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
सो उसका रीजन ये है कि इन द 4G देयर आर सम इश्यूज एंड लिमिटेशन, कि जहाँ पे मेरा जो बेस स्टेशन होता है, मेरा जो जिसको मैं अपना जी नोट भी बोलता हूँ, उसके ऊपर कुछ लिमिटेशंस होते हैं, कुछ फीचर लिमिटेशन होते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन we are not providing an end-to-end dedicated bandwidth to all the users, right? So because of this reason,
Yes.
generation has changed, and uh, then we have introduced the 5G, right? So 5G का जो till 1G to 5G जो यूज केसेस हैं, उनके बारे में अभी हमने जाना कि why we have introduced, why telecom sector has introduced all the generation, right? 1G to 5G का जो जनरेशन है, लाइक जो प्रोग्रेस है, वो क्यों हुआ और कैसे हुआ, राइट?
Yes.
So इसमें कुछ क्वेरी है? So
In
why I'm
full,
asking to you? Why I'm asking to you? Because जितने भी features हैं, before starting our session in 5G and 6G, ये जो हमारे यूज केसेस हैं उनके बारे में सबसे पहले जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि हम 1G में क्या करते थे और 2G में क्या करते थे हैं, है ना? 3G में हम क्या करते हैं, फीचर्स क्या क्या हैं, और साथ ही साथ 4G में क्या था। ओल्ड जनरेशन न्यू जनरेशन के साथ में हमको ओल्ड जनरेशन के बारे में भी इंफॉर्मेशन रखनी होगी, बिकॉज ऑल द न्यू जनरेशन आल्सो हैव द कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ बैकवर्ड कंपेटिबिलिटी आल्सो, राइट? सपोज दैट आपने कुछ एक सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया, कुछ एक सॉफ्टवेयर आपने तैयार किया, उसका कंपेटिबिलिटी आपके प्रीवियस रिलीज के साथ में है, ये हमको जानना जरूरी है, राइट?
Yes.
Am I correct or not?
Yes, yes, yes.
So before I'm starting, like all the features of 5G, all the network elements of 5G, तो हम लोग को सबसे पहले 1G के जो यूज केसेस है, लाइक 1G में हम लोग को केवल ऑडियो कॉल्स मिलती थी। 2G में हमने ऑडियो कॉल्स के साथ 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 हमको एसएमएस की सर्विसेज भी मिली, राइट? देन हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ गई, हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट इंटरनेट की भी आई कि हमको सेम डिवाइसेस में ऑडियो कॉल, एसएमएस के साथ साथ हमको इंटरनेट सर्विसेज भी चाहिए, राइट? सो हमने इंटरनेट सर्विसेज को इंट्रोड्यूस किया इन द 3G। आफ्टर दैट वी हैव ओवरकम द 3G विद द 4G जनरेशन। तो 4G के जो ड्रॉबैक्स थे, लाइक हम कहीं क्राउडेड एरिया में जाते थे, वहां पे हमको डेडिकेटेड बैंडविड्थ नहीं मिलती थी जितनी हमने सब्सक्राइब कर रखी है, राइट? तो 5G में ये फीचर ओवरकम किया गया, और जहां पे आपको डेडिकेटेड बैंडविड्थ की रिक्वायरमेंट है, वहां पे आपको डेडिकेटेड बैंडविड्थ मिलता है। डेडिकेटेड आपका जो कवरेज है, जो आपने 1 Mbps लिया है, सपोज दैट 1 Mbps आपने सब्सक्राइब कर रखा है, तो 1 Mbps का सर्विसेज आपको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, राइट?
Yes.
सो नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट। आई थिंक इसमें कोई क्वेरी नहीं होना चाहिए अभी तक, राइट सर?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
तो so whenever we start like 1G to 5G, so there are some ट्रांसमिशन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। सो हम लोग सबसे पहले ये देखते हैं, अगर इसके पहले हम लोग जानते हैं कि हाउ मेनी पीपुल्स नोज द ओएसआई लेयर। ओएसआई लेयर के बारे में पता है? टेलीकॉम, अच्छा, सब लोग जो जितने भी पर्सन है सेशन में, वो सारे टेलीकॉम बैकग्राउंड से हैं सर?
No, actually, some of the people are from information technology department, computer departments,
आईटी, आईटी
electric
एंड कंप्यूटर,
departments,
राइट?
computer
तो आई
IT,
थिंक,
electronics and telecommunication. There is a mixed participant.
ओके। So before I am starting our session in deep drive, so I think कंप्यूटर वाले जितने भी लोग हैं, उन्होंने उनको सब्जेक्ट शायद नहीं रहा होगा, टेलीकम्युनिकेशन एंड नेटवर्क टेलीकम्युनिकेशन, राइट? So for that, I think one standard body called as OSI। OSI के बारे में पता है लोगों को? व्हाट इज OSI? OSI layer?
Yes, sir. It is a open system interface.
Yes, yes, yes.
Interconnection related
Interconnections.
to.
Right, right, right. So OSI में there are 7 layers जो as per standards होते हैं। One, first of all there are physical layer, जैसे मैं अभी बात कर रहा था एनालॉग कम्युनिकेशन विच वाज इंट्रोड्यूस इन द 1G फर्स्ट जनरेशन, राइट? सो 1G में हमारे पास जो कम्युनिकेशन होता था दैट इज वायर लाइन, राइट? सिमिलरली इन द OSI लेयर, फर्स्ट लेयर जो होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फिजिकल लेयर, राइट? उसके बाद जो लेयर होता है दैट इज डेटा लिंक लेयर, वी कैन कॉल्ड एज अ सर्विस एज मैक लेयर, मैक एड्रेस जो होता है, ठीक है ना? थर्ड लेयर इज IP, फोर्थ लेयर इज ट्रांसपोर्ट, fifth layer is session, then presentation, and then application, right? So right now, uh, can somebody can tell us about what 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 are the communication uh, happen in the 5G? How it was done? I think Rukmanna has given some detail about 5G communication. So 5G में जो कम्युनिकेशन होता है वो कैसे होता है, वो किस लेयर से स्टार्ट होता है? कैन somebody tell us? अच्छा, so I'll tell you first of all, in the 5G, before 5G, we have the communication happened all IP communication, right? So in the 4G, it was introduced by Geo. So in the 4G, complete communication which was done over the IP layer, ठीक है ना? IP layer. सो अच्छा, किसी को ये पता है कि जियो का जो सर्विसेज चलता है, राइट? जियो के सर्विसेज में अगर आप सब लोग जियो का डिवाइसेस अगर यूज करते हैं, जियो की सर्विसेज यूज करते हैं, तो कोई बता सकता है कि जियो की सर्विसेज में आप जो अभी रिचार्ज कराते हैं, उसमें आप केवल डेटा का रिचार्ज करते हैं, राइट? वॉइस का रिचार्ज करते हैं क्या? वॉइस कॉल का रिचार्ज करते हैं क्या?
In fifth generation, sir.
हेलो,
You are talking about fifth generation.
मैं अभी बेसिक डिटेल पूछ रहा हूँ कि जब भी हम अपना सब्सक्राइब, आपका जियो सिम अगर आप यूज करते हैं, तो आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट फिफ्थ जनरेशन, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अभी जो जब जियो इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ लाइक 4G, सिंस स्टार्टिंग 4G, आप जो पेमेंट करते हो, वो पेमेंट आप वॉइस कॉल के लिए करते हो या फिर इंटरनेट के लिए करते हो?
Internet.
करेक्ट। व्हाई? वॉइस
We are
कॉल के
get
लिए क्यों नहीं करते हैं?
because they are providing that net facility, and
अच्छा,
along with they are making the plan that voice call it is a free if you
यस,
make that
अच्छा,
particular plan
ये
recharge.
ये पता है कि वॉइस कॉल एज अ फ्री क्यों है? उसका रीजन क्या है? जियो चार्ज करता है केवल डेटा के लिए, और वॉइस कॉल के लिए चार्ज क्यों नहीं करता है? उसका रीजन क्या है? सर थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग करते हैं, सेशन को थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग बनाते
Yes,
हैं।
sir. Yes, sir.
डिटेल में हम लोग सारा कुछ जो थ्योरी है, ये सब आपको मैं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन दे दूंगा। मैं आपको सब स्टैंडर्ड में लिखा हुआ है वो सब कुछ बता दूंगा। बट बिफोर दैट, ये सारे जो फीचर्स जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ये सबको जानना जरूरी है। अच्छा, ऑल द पीपल्स लाइक आपके जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो सारे 5G को खुद से बना भी सकते हैं, ठीक है ना? अगर वो चाहें तो अपना नेटवर्क खुद से खड़ा कर सकते हैं, खुद से बना सकते हैं। उतनी कैपेबिलिटीज आपके स्टूडेंट्स में रीड करके है, ये भी मैं जानता हूँ। सारा कुछ स्टैंडर्ड में लिखा हुआ है, उनको वे पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे मुझे जाके क्या करना है एक्चुअली, ठीक है ना? मैं केवल थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग कर रहा हूँ, लाइक क्यों हम लोग वॉइस कॉल को चार्ज नहीं करते और क्यों इंटरनेट को ही चार्ज करते हैं, उसका रीजन क्या है मैं बताता हूँ। इसका रीजन ये है कि जब whenever Jio has introduced our network, our features like voice as a services, उनको जो कॉस्ट पड़ती है वो जीरो कॉस्ट में कॉल का चार्ज पड़ता है। बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन वो कोई चार्ज सब्सक्राइबर से नहीं लेते, राइट। उसका रीजन ये है कि आईपी कॉलिंग जो है, आईपी कॉलिंग कंप्लीटली फ्री है, राइट। जितने भी ऑपरेटर्स हैं इंटरनेट का केवल चार्जेस लेते हैं, और जो वॉइस कॉल है उसके लिए वो लोग कोई चार्ज इसलिए नहीं लेते क्योंकि आईपी कॉलिंग, आप व्हाट्सएप कॉल करते हैं, आप फेसबुक से कॉल करते हैं, आप इंटरनेट का जो चार्जेस है वो लेते हैं, बिकॉज आईपी कॉलिंग इज कम्प्लीटली फ्री, राइट। बहुत मिनिमल चार्जेस होता है जो आई थिंक इट इज जो कॉस्ट आता है बहुत मिनिमल, तो उसके लिए वो लोग चार्ज नहीं लेते हैं, राइट। सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन आईपी कॉलिंग, बिफोर आईपी इट वाज चार्ज्ड बहुत ज़्यादा होता था, 1G में और 2G और 3G 3G तक अगर आपने देखा होगा तो बहुत ज़्यादा चार्जेस हुआ करता था। इन द 4G देर आर कम्प्लीटली दे हैव चेंज द नेटवर्क and introduced as a internet only, they have introduced as a internet as a chargeable, right? So अभी जो नेटवर्क है that is on IP थर्ड लेयर पर चलता है, right? So जितने भी नेटवर्क एलिमेंट्स हैं, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया कि टेलीकॉम हैज अ 3 पार्ट्स, वन इज रेडियो एक्सेस नेटवर्क, सेकंड वन इज कोर एंड थर्ड वन इज सर्विसेज कोर। सो 1G से लेकर जो 5G है वहाँ पे ये तीनों एलिमेंट्स आते हैं। सो देर आर सर्विसेज टू मीडियम ऑफ सर्विसेज रनिंग, वन इज वायरलाइन सर्विसेज, second one is wireless, right? So wireline services, in the wireline services the technology called as FTTX, fiber to the home, and in the wireless services we have two kind of services, one is LTE, second one is Wi-Fi। आप जो 5G और 4G बोलते हैं जनरेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, सो इन इस जनरेशन में देर आर टू वायरलेस मीडियम्स, two technologies which we have as a services, one is LTE services and second one is Wi-Fi। सो जितना भी ये जो कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है दैट इज ओवर ऑन आईपी, कंप्लीटली ऑन आईपी। सो ऑल्सो वी हैव बैकवर्ड कंपेटेबिलिटी, जो हमारा सेकेंड लेयर, सॉरी 3G एंड 2G में जो हम SS7 प्रोटोकॉल पे काम करते थे, यहाँ पे हम लोग कंप्लीटली है चेंज। सो द कम्युनिकेशन विच वी हैव ओवर ऑन आईपी, राइट। एम आई राइट संतोष सर?
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
So, because of this reason, in voice call is not chargeable, and internet as a chargeable we have. So ये 5G के जो यूज केसेस हैं, इसमें one of the feature, like major element is called as voice call को चार्जेबल नहीं किया गया है, राइट। सो 4G and 5G आई थिंक संतोष सर आपने ही एक क्वेरी जनरेट किया था, लाइक व्हाट आर द डिवाइसेस we can use in the 4G and 5G, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So before I am telling you the devices, the same device which we have compatibility of carrier bands, right? अगर आपके handsets में जो bands हैं, like in the 4G जो कैरियर बैंड चलता था, दैट इज ओवर आई थिंक 1400, right? 1800 and 1400. So in the 5G, the carrier bands is 1823 megahertz bands पे काम करता है 5G. So in the 6G, I think beyond 2300, we are moving. So if devices are capable about like in the 5G, 1800 megahertz का जो devices band support करता है, that that device we can use in the 5G, right? 5G के जो फीचर्स हैं, लाइक आपके हाई स्पीड इंटरनेट, वो लाइक जो मैं अभी आई थिंक शेयर किया था, जस्ट अ मिनट. सो अप टू 20 Gbps तक का जो हमारा डेटा है, विच वी कैन अचीव ऑन द हैंडसेट्स, and the technology called as MIMO, right? Multiple input, multiple output technology, and introduced in the 5G. So we can achieve up to 20 Gbps data. In the 4G previously, we have 2 Gbps till to 2 Gbps data uh, uh, we can achieve, which was achievable, right? So after that, in the beyond technology, that is called as 6G, and it was working on terahertz. So up to TVPS speed we can achieve, and the band would be changed. And also the technology called as blockchain and AI will be introduced further, and fully intelligent devices we can get in the market, so that all the 6G feature included the 6G features, right? So AI के जो enabled features वाले जो devices रहेंगे, that will be working on in 6G. So we have expected in 6G as a 2030. Right now, some standards are is ongoing. Standards जो है वो हमारे थ्रू लिखे जा रहे हैं in the 6G, right? So in the 5G, the technology called as Internet as a thing, Internet of Things, which we have like optimized technology, which like voice call जो चलता है, that is working on wideband, and IoT things which we can use in the narrowband, like 1700, 800, 800 and 900 megahertz वाले बैंड पे भी हम लोग IoT सर्विसेज को रन कर सकते हैं, राइट? So these are the 5G standards जो हैंडसेट्स में होने चाहिए. साथ ही साथ जो जैसे मैंने बात किया था कि 5G हैंडसेट्स लाइक यूजर के जो मोबाइल हैंडसेट्स हैं, दैट इज कम्स ऑन रैन पार्ट. सो जितना कम्युनिकेशन होता है बिटवीन हैंडसेट्स टू बेस स्टेशन, जो हम जिसको हम 5G में जी नोट भी बोलते हैं, सो उनके बीच का जो कम्युनिकेशन होता है बिटवीन हैंड्स, ये यूजर हैंडसेट्स टू बेस स्टेशन जी नोट भी, इट इज कम्स इन द रैन पार्ट. after base station, after G node B, the communication will be happen between, like signaling happened in the core part, and whatever services utilizing in the handsets which comes in the services core part, right? So telecom has three parts. One is RAN core and services core. So before in before we'll start, there are a transmission medium. So this includes the physical infrastructure such as cable, wire, optics, satellite, and wireless towers that enables the transmission of data, voice, and signals. Then comes in network equipments. This includes routers, switches, modem, and other devices that are manage the flow of data across networks. Then communication protocols. Uh, these are the rules and conventions that governs how data is formatted, transmitted, received, and interpreted across networks. Example includes TCP/IP, as we have already told, uh, for the internet, and GSM, right? And services part, telecom services includes voice call, messaging, internet access, video communication, video conferencing, and many more. These services can provided by telecom operators, internet services providers, and other communication service providers. And major part like regulation. Telecommunication is often subject to government regulations, like government bodies has introduced the LI part, right? So to ensure that fair competitions, consumer protections, and national securities. So these are the standards, communication standards, 3GPP, new radio, like 3GPP, new radio. This standards defines the air interfaces for 5G wireless communications, including modulation schemes, multiple access techniques, beamforming, and spectrum utilization. So, in the 3GPP, the 5G standards provides the feature called as beamforming. So, can somebody tell what is beamforming? किसी को पता है what is beamforming? So this is one of the best feature introduced in the beamforming in the 5G. Basically, the beamforming is whenever devices move, right? So in the 5G, if somebody has subscribed the dedicated bandwidth, so beamforming is the technology. It creates a beam from base station G node B to subscribers and provide a dedicated bandwidth to the users. Like if we have robot, and in if we have introduced the robot in our warehouses, and we need to give the instruction to robot, right? And it provides it provide the loading and unloading services in the warehouses, and we need to give the 5G services, 5G features in that, and uh, with the milliseconds, we need to give the instructions to the subscribers, to the users, and based on that, we can direct the robots, right? What are the actions we need to perform by the robot. We can give the instructions in the milliseconds and it handles, right? So with the help of beamforming, we can achieve this kind of features by some robots, right? So I'll give you much more detail in my session. So the another, like, in the 3GPP standard, the we have given the instruction, like, we have given the one word MIMO, massive MIMO, right? So massive MIMO, multiple input, multiple output, is the technology which is utilized in the 5G network to enhance the spectral efficiency and capabilities. So in the communication standards, full duplex communication standards for full duplex communication enables the simultaneous transmission and receptions on the same frequency, improving efficiency and throughputs, right? So in the 5G, there are IP standards. So completely IPv6, our communication between end users would be on IPv6. So in the 5G network are especially designed to provide the IPv6 and providing the large address space, right? So as we know that IPv4 is the limited like IPv4 is that kind of address which have limited numbers, IPs, right? So in the 5G, we have standards introduced of IPv6. So all the communication happen between end users, like one user to another user. It will be happen on IPv6, right? And improving the security, because IPv6 have the capability of security. So and better support for emerging IoT services. So, and in the IP standards, IPv TCP IP. So TCP IP, these protocols governs the transmission of data packets over the 5G networks, ensuring reliable and efficient communications, right? And third one is in the IP standards, network slicing. So network sliced, one of the major feature which we have introduced, network slicing. So standard related to network slicing enables the creation of virtualized network segments optimized for specific application and services, introducing IP based communication, right? So third standard is multimedia standards. So first one is wave RTP communication. So this standards enables the browser based real time communication for voice calls, video calls, and data sharing facilities, and facilitating applications such as voice conferencing and online gaming over the 5G network. So with the help of this standard WebRTC, we can achieve the gaming over the 5G network. And second one is H.265, the high efficiency video coding. So this compression standards is supported by 5G networks, enabling high quality video streaming with reduced bandwidth requirements, right? And third one is MPEG dash, dynamic adaptive streaming over HTTP. So MPEG dash is used for adaptive bitrate streaming of multimedia content over HTTP, ensuring a smooth playback experience over 5G network with varying bandwidth conditions. So in the 5G, these are the multimedia standards, and fourth one is security standards. So we have 5G authentication and key agreement. So in the 5G, these security protocols authenticate users and establish the secure communication channel between user, equipment, and 5G network. So I'll give you much more detail in during the node description about what is AKA, authentication key agreement, and then second one is IPsec. So IPsec we have received in the security standards in the 5G. So IP security provides secure communication at the IP layer, encrypting data packets to protect against the tampering in 5G networks, right? And third one is TLS, transport layer security. So and SSL, these protocols provides end-to-end encryption and authentication for applications and services running over the 5G network, ensuring data privacy and integrity. So these are the standard bodies which is providing all the standards of 5G and 6G. So standardization is in the telecommunication refers to process of developing and implementing technical standards that ensure the interoperability and compatibility, reliability and of communication systems and equipments. These standards defines specification for various aspects of telecom including protocols, interfaces, hardware, software, and allowing different devices and networks to communicate the effectively. So first standard body is International Telecommunication Union, that is called as ITU. So ITU is the United Nations specialized agency which is responsible for developing and coordinate the international telecommunication standards. Right, it plays a central role in standardizing telecommunication technologies globally. And second one is IEEE. So basically, Institute of Electrical Electronics and Engineers. IEEE is the professional organization that develops standards for wide range of industries, including telecommunications. It is particularly influential in the areas such as wireless communication and networking. So it is providing the standards majorly on wireless communications and the networking. And third one is third one standard bodies is ETSI, right? So ETSI is an independent organization that develops the standards for information and communication technologies within Europe. It works closely with European regulatory bodies and industry stakeholders. Then fourth one is third generation partnership project. So 3GPP, we call as 3GPP. 3GPP is basically collaboration between telecommunication standard organization, multiple telecommunication standard organizations to develop the standard for mobile communication, including GSM, UMTS, LTE, 4G, and 5G technologies, right? And the fifth one we already known as IETF, right? Internet Emerging Task Force. So basically, it provides the IP standards, TCP/IP standards. So basically, IETF develops and promotes the internet standard, including such as TCP/IP, STTP, SMTP, which are essential for telecommunication over the internet. So, is there any query? Thank you. So we are moving forward. So these are the some standard bodies for mechatronics. Like standard bodies plays a crucial role in the field mechatronics by establishing the guidelines and specification best practice to ensure the interoperability and safety and quality across the various components and systems, right? ISO. Already I have given the detail about OSI, right? So it is providing by the ISO, International Organization Standard. So OSI layer, which we have talked, right? The second one is International Electronical Communication Commission, and third one is American National Standard Institutes, and fourth one is we have already discussed IEEE, European Committee for Standard. These are the standard bodies which provide the standards which we have introduced in our 4G as well as in 5G. So these are the standard bodies which provide the standards. So now as we have already given the detail about 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and 6G, like basic. So in the telecommunication, 1G introduced in the 1980s. It provides only on voice call. So after that, in 1990s, we have introduced the technology called as 2G. So in 2G, SMS as a service, key services we have introduced, and the technology called as TDMA, GSM, and Age GPRS also. It is up to 64 kbps data we can consume it. And then internet as a service we have introduced in 2000, early 2000. So the technology called as CDMA, SCDMA, and WCDMA. The technology which we was using in the 3G. So up to 2 kbps to 100 kbps we can achieve in the 3G and 3.5G as well. So after that, in the 4G came, 4G in the 4G in 2010. So in OFDM as a services which which comes in the 4G, and WiMAX also, it is comes on 3.9G. Basically it is not coming in the 4G. So 3.9G comes as a is part of 4G, so that's why we have mentioned in the 4G. So LT, the services which we have already talked about, the feature like uh, speed constant, right? So in the LT communication, जो हमको ड्रॉबैक था, like in the 2G, whenever calls, whenever internet is running and call came or call initiated, then internet was dropped, right? And that feature we have overcome in the 4G. So in the 4G as well as the technology called as Internet of Things, which comes on during 4G services. So up to 2 Gbps data we can achieve. And after that, industrial IoTs, like there are many services, industry related services we have introduced in the 2020. So the technology called as OFDM and SDN and millimeter waves and massive MIMO, the technology which we are providing as a 5G services, and up to 20 Gbps data we can achieve in the 5G, right? So we have the technology in called as 6G, right? So 6G in the future, some AI features will be introduced, and we can get the data as a terahertz, and some more technology will be merged in the 6G, like blockchain, AI, and fully intelligent handsets. which will be coming in the 6G. So industries are working on 6G, right? So now we are coming in the 4G architecture. So as we already given the detail, like in the telecom has a three parts. One is called as RAN core and services core, right? So we are like we see in the architectural diagram. So UE comes, right? UE and eNode B. eNode B is a base station, is our base station. So all the eNode Bs comes in the RAN part, and interfaces between UE and eNode B, called as the connection between UE and eNode B, called as RAN, and interfaces UU communication between interfaces. Uh, uh, Interfaces we can call as UU interfaces for communication between UE and eNode B. So there are multiple base stations comes like in the 4G. So all the eNode Bs like for handover services. So eNode B and eNode B talking to each other over the X2 interfaces. So UE and eNode B is comes in the RAN. After that, eNode B is sending the messages to MME, mobility management equipment. It comes the first entry point of the core network. So MME and S gateway is handling the services of 4G whenever the UE start their phone, right, and signal came. So the network element comes in the handsets, which will be providing as a services AAA services, right? So authentication, authorization, and accounting services will be happen in during the registration of services, right? So MME comes as a mobility management equipment, and S gateway is providing the IP connectivity to the users with the help of MME HSS. MME provides the authentication services to the users, and for coming now we are coming on the 4G services. So S gateway is providing a IP connectivity, and then P gateway, proxy gateways comes in the picture, and it is providing the IP connectivity between. It is a gateway, but it is providing the internet services to the end users. So the overall architecture is called as EPS. Whatever we are seeing in the 4G architecture, right? So all the equipments called as EPS, and and the and this part, right? This part we called as EPC core, and IP network, and after that IP network came. So all the internet services we called as a services what we called as a uh, services core, right? So overall architecture is called as EPS, and we have seen the EPC. 3GPP standard divides the network RAN core and services core. Each evolved independently. In the 4G, terminology we call as long-term evolution is the RAN, right? Called as evolved UMTS, the territorial radio access EUTRAN, enhanced 3GPP 3G RAN, and that comes in the 4G, right? Called the evolved UMTS territorial radio access network. eNode B. eNode B is only the logical node which comes in the UTRAN, no RNC. So EPC, we have seen that basically provides the operator carrier core. So it is important to understand the EPC to know the full functionality of architecture. So functions of EPC is network access control, and including the network selection, authentication, authorization, and access administration control, and policy and rating enforcement, and lawful interception LI, and packet routing, as we have already given the instruction, like all the communication between end users over on IPs. So before 4G we have 2G and 3G, right? So that comes on CN network, and now we are working on packet network. uh, Packet routing and transfer, it is providing EPC by EPC securities, introducing like ciphering and integrity protection, and network interfaces physical link protection. It is providing mobility management to keep the track, if we want to locate the users. Then also our EPC code will provide the locations of the subscribers. uh, uh, Radio resource management to assign and reassign and release the radio resources to single cell to multiple cells. We can achieve by the help of EPC. Network management to support the operations and maintenance, and IP networking functions, connection eNode B, eDRUN, and sharing the emergency session supports, among the others. So these are the nodes which comes in the EPC components, like mobility management equipment. So what are the features it is providing? Like support user equipment, context, identity, authentication and authorization, and mainly perform the non-access stratum procedures, which consist of two main groups. Functions related to bearer management it is providing, and bearer can be seen as a logical communication tunnel, and functions related to communication management by the EPC, right? Then node came as a S gateway, serving gateway we called as. So received and sent the packet from eNode B to core network, and perform the packet routing to and forwarding within the EPC. Anchoring, it is anchoring point for intra LTE mobility. Lawful interception also it is providing by the S gateway. Now the another node comes in the network, that is called as packet data network, PGW, that connects the EPC with the external world. As we have already told that the feature internet as a services, that comes in the services core part, right? So whenever our core network, the communication between the core network to services core, that is providing by the PGW. So the connects with the EPC and external world as a external network like internet. So it is providing by the PGW node, right? So a router, this router performs the UE IP assignments, and as per packet filtering, anchoring point for the mobility and non 3GP access network. Like अगर मुझे अपने 4G से अगर मुझे किसी 3G या 2G नेटवर्क एलिमेंट्स पे कॉल करना है या कम्युनिकेशन करना है, तो by the PGW we can do that, right? And lawful interception also it is providing. The fourth, I think fourth network element called as HSS. So previously in the 2G and 3G, the network element as a HLR. This is the node which stores the data. Like 2G के जितने भी subscribers होते थे, उनका जो database रहता था, जहाँ पे सब्सक्राइबर्स का जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, सब्सक्राइबर्स की जो रिलेटेड सब्सक्रिप्शन का जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, दैट स्टोर्स इन द HLR. So in the 4G onwards, we can call as HLR, VLR, we can call as HSS as a service. So all the database of user related and subscription related information we stores in the HSS. Similarly, HLR as a in the GSM architecture. Uh, uh, so now we are coming on the interfaces. So S1 interfaces, which is EUTRAN and EPC, uh, MME and eNode B के बीच में we have already seen that in the architecture. This is the S1 eNode B से MME में जो protocol जो interfaces होता है, that is called as S1. And eNode B2 S gateway, that is called as S1U, right? And the communication protocol between two nodes like MME and HSS, that is called as S6A. These are the interfaces which 3GPP standard. It is available in the 3GPP standards, right? So if someone wants to read and see how network elements can work, then they can read the 3GPP standards, and all the communication like between the nodes, it provide it it what we can say that like it is happened as per standards. ठीक है ना, जितना भी हम लोग ये नोट्स हम देख रहे हैं, इट इज कम्स एज पर स्टैंडर्ड. यहाँ पे हम लोग कुछ भी जो यूटिलाइज करते हैं या जो कम्युनिकेशन प्रोटोकॉल्स होता है, बेस्ड ऑन स्टैंडर्ड्स ही है. द GSM and 3GPP standards we are follow.
Ishwar
Right?
sir,
Yes.
You want break of 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes or
चलेगा सर. एक आई थिंक अभी 5 मिनट्स 10 मिनट्स का ब्रेक ले लेते हैं, उसके बाद देन वी विल स्टार्ट अगेन. सो दिस इज माय कोर सेक्शन, IP मल्टीमीडिया सब सिस्टम. सो वी विल स्टार्ट आफ्टर 10 मिनट्स.
okay sir.
चलेगा ना सर? सो आई थिंक there are few questions. I think Ravindra sir has is asking something, why 3GPP become more important now, right? So as we mentioned that we have already discussed about 3GPP is the collaboration between the telecommunication standard, right, organization. So that has developed the standards of for mobile communication like GSM, UMTS, LTE technology, right? So there are multiple work groups which comes in the 3GPP standards. They have written the mobile telecommunication standards. So I think multiple organizations they have already written the standards in the 3GPP forum. So based on that, the standardized the draft, right? So they have verified the draft, and because of this reason, everyone in the telecommunication, in the mobile communication, they are following the same draft as far as they have standardized the draft and provide the as a solution worldwide. Because of this reason, 3GPP standards are more important, and they are providing worldwide solutions. So you also can like you also can contribute in the 3GPP standards, right? And uh, uh, provide the draft to them, and they will publish it, and as a standards they will uh, consider. Right, sir? Mukti, sir? Santosh, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay.
So this is the 3GPP. Because of this reason, 3GPP is more important. And now, second question is in the 6G, they are calling 3GPP, right? The same standard body, they are calling as a 3GPP third generation partnership project as a standard body. So the standard body is the same. They are again writing the standards in the same forum. So basically, these uh, that is the forum actually. So everyone can contribute their information with their information and as a draft, and they will publish it as a in the forum and provide you as standards, right? So right now we are also contributing in the 6G. Yes. So RAN for 6G would be changed, right? Why Geo services are free when they started and now they are paid. So, as we have already given the detail, right now also voice call as a service as a free because currently there are no charge uh, in the generating in the voice call. So that's why it is providing free internet as a service, which uh, previously they have given for uh, uh, what we can say that uh, uh, आदत लगाने के लिए लोगों को दिया गया लाइक whenever uh, what we can say that for gathering the information, राइट जो हमारे यूजर्स हैं उनको उनका जो स्ट्रेंथ है उनको हमको बढ़ाने के लिए दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव गिवन द इंटरनेट एज अ सर्विस एज अ फ्री, राइट? प्रीवियसली अगर आप देखें बिफोर 4G, आई थिंक द काउंट ऑफ इंटरनेट यूजर्स विल बी वेरी लेस, राइट? After 4G came, the strength rapidly increased, and now I think our management team knows that data is oxygen in future, right? अगर आप देखें कि इंटरनेट के बिना अभी हम लोग सरवाइव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। काफ़ी टाइम अगर हमको इंटरनेट ना मिले तो हम बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो ये मतलब हैंडीकैप्ड हो जाएँगे, राइट? एम आई करेक्ट और नॉट?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are correct.
So, as per our management team, they have given the slogans like "Data is oxygen" in future also.
Yes, yes.
So, I think that's why services was free, and now it is paid because they are paying the charges for internet gateways. That's why internet as a service they are charging, right? I think Sachin sir, uh, आपको आपका आंसर मिला होगा. So we'll start the discussion uh, further. So I'll share my screen. So now the technology called as IP multimedia subsystem. So this is the technology we can provide the services. This technology we can call as access independent technology. So IP multimedia subsystem. Why we are calling as a access independent? Because in the 4G, in the 3G, in the 5G, we can provide a voice as a service, as a voice as a service by the help of IP multimedia subsystem, right? So IP multimedia subsystem is the technology which we provide the voice call over FTTX as well as in the LTE and the Wi-Fi. As we have already given the detail, like there are three two mediums technology. One is wireline medium, and second one is wireless in the 4G as well as in 5G. So FTTX is the technology which we provide fiber to the home, and IP multimedia subsystem is the technology which we can provide a voice call over the FTTX as well as in the 4G and 5G. The wireless technology we can provide the services as well, right? In the Wi-Fi also. So IP multimedia subsystems is the standard-based architecture framework for delivering the multimedia communication such as voice and video calls and text messaging over the IP networks. So and the IMS specifications were originally created by 3GPP generation partnership project to standardize the implementation of these such services on third in the next generation mobile network. And it is also decompose the network into distinct application control transport layer and standardized interfaces. So whenever your handsets like laptop and your mobile handsets or your home television, we can call by the help of we can communicate by the help of IP multimedia subsystems, right? So it is this is the architecture which is access layer, access devices, then comes in the transport. It is I have already given you like in the EPC architecture, right? So in place of IP network, right? Service IMS comes in the IP multimedia subsystems comes in the services core part, right? In place of internet, internet as a service, it comes in the parallel with the IMS. If you want to use the voice call and internet simultaneously, you can use in the 4G, right? Because of this reason, internet and voice call goes the different channel. That's why you can utilize the services as a parallelly, which we cannot do in the 3G, right?
Yes.
Right, correct na?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's why 4G services is introduced the IP multimedia subsystem as a voice call, right? So this is the key component of IMS. So basically, IP multimedia subsystems is a technology which working on SIP protocol, SIP. So previously in the circuit switch network, we was communicating with the SS7 protocol, right? So SIP is much we can say that it is uh, much more intelligent protocol than SS7, right? So I think this was introduced in during 4G. So SIP, Session Initiation Protocol, basically SIP is the signaling protocol used in the initiating and maintaining, modifying, terminating the real-time session that involves video calls, voice calls, SMS, and other communications also, application and services over the internet, right? So the second point is SDP, Session Description Protocol. Basically, this SDP is a protocol used to multimedia communication to negotiate and describe the session between participants. Like अगर दो मेरे handsets हैं, we are using the multimedia negotiations. This SDP comes in the picture, right? If suppose that uh, if one user have Samsung handsets and another user has Apple phone, right? So the in the SDP there are multimedia's codecs will be there which negotiate each other and provide the real time protocol, right? So SD in that time SDP comes in the picture. So it provides the concise and human readable way to convey the information about the characteristics of multimedia sessions. And third key component is HSS. So HSS is the crucial component. It was previously on EPC also. The same feature the same feature is introduced in the IP multimedia system also. It is a database node which stores the data, centralized the data of subscribers like public identity, private identity, in the form of subscription, right? Um fourth key component is CSCF. So the CSCF is the crucial component in the IMS architecture, responsible for handling the call session and control and routing within the network. There are three types of CSCF. It's serving the role in the IMS framework. So first of all, proxy CSCF, which proxy CSCF is the vital component within the IMS architecture. It serves the initial points of contact for the UE, right? And when establishing the communication session, the PSCSF behave as a proxy, managing the incoming request by either processing them or internally or forward them to appropriate destination. Now, the second CSCF node is interrogating CSCF. The interrogating CSCF basically initial entry point within the operator network for all the incoming connections directed to the users of that network operator, and providing a roaming feature also. Like if suppose that user goes one place to another, like Mumbai to Delhi, then it detects the subscriber is in the roaming location and provide the information to the serving CSCF, right? Then third key component of CSCF is serving CSCF. Basically, it is registrar. So registrar component of IMS, it primary roles involves providing the session control services for the UE, and SCCF maintain the session and state essential and supporting the various services as required by the network operator. And another component is MGCF, media gateway control function. It primarily roles is to facilitate the interconnection between IMS network and circuit switch network. As we have already given the detail, like if suppose that subscriber is in SS7 network, then how we can communicate? Like we have backward compatibility in the 4G. हम 4G में 3G और 2G सब्सक्राइबर को भी सर्व कर सकते हैं with the help of MGCF node, right? And then another nodes is application server. So application server basically context of IMS is the critical component responsible for the various services, value added services like CRBT, color ringback tone. If you are dialing someone, right, then audio comes in place of tring. Some audio comes, right, like as a hello ringback tone, right. So it comes as a from the application CSA, sorry, application server. So AS hosts and execute the application and deliver the wide range of services, enriching user experience within the multimedia capabilities. So this is application server, and then the last key component is TAS, telephony application server. So basically, application is providing the services for the mobility subscribers, and TAS, basically telephony application servers, is providing the landline phone, right. So if suppose that your phone is IP phone, and you want to use the IMS services, or your television, like right now we are providing the voice call and video call on your television by the some help of a set-top box, or by the help of some IADs, right. So these are the user equipments which can avail the voice call as a service, so with the help of telephony application server. So it plays a key role to delivering the advanced technology services and features multimedia rich enhancement. The TAS is responsible for provisioning, execution, and control telephony related application services within the IMS network. So uh, this is IMS. I think uh, is there any query अभी
No,
तक?
no, sir. No, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है सर?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you sir. So now we are moving forward over the 5G RAN. So basically 5G non-radio architecture. So the 5G non-radio is based on the GBP TR 38.801 radio access architecture. Uh, uh, so interfaces and release is 14. So architecture of non-radio is an evolved LTE, what we call as evolved LTE, right? So now uh, some core network node also enhanced when we introduced in the 5G. So MME we have replaced as a AMF application. So acha, uh, we have already given the details about features of 5G. Previously we have already described about what are the drawbacks comes in the 4G, राइट. जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल के लिए बताया था कि जहाँ पे हम लोग को डेंसिटी ऑफ पीपल बढ़ जाता है, वहाँ पे हम लोग सर्विसेज 4G का डिलीवर नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज ऑफ डेडिकेटेड बैंडविड्थ वी कैन नॉट प्रोवाइड इन द 4G, right, during like malls and stadium, and there are multiple areas where we cannot provide a dedicated services. That's why 5G came, and some enhancement comes in the node B. Previously we called as a e node B, and now the base station has changed, so we can call as a G node B, right. So RAN part also changed, and some core network elements also has changed. So MME AMF has replaced the MME, and UPF is replaced the as gateway, right. So MME and S gateway is the LTE is replaced by AMF and UPF in the NR, X2 and S1 in the LTE has replaced XN and NG, right? And different name would be mean different protocols implementation. The G-Node B initially structure that is split into two part called as CU and DU, central unit and distributed unit, as shown in the picture. So basically CU G node B को जो हमारा E node B हुआ करता था, that is we can call as a base station. So जो features है, we have uh, uh, फीचर्स को हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड देयर आर टू नोड्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट वी कॉल एज जी नोड बी को हमने दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया, डी यू एंड सी यू, दैट इज सी यू इज सेंट्रल यूनिट एंड डी यू इज distributed unit. So first of all we'll discuss about central unit. So it is a basically logical node in the G node B function, like transfer the user data and mobility control and radio access network and sharing the positioning, session management, except those function allocated exclusively to the DU. And CU controls the operation of DUs over the front hall interfaces, and CUs may also known as BBU, REC, and RCC, and CRAN and VRAN, right? And one of the component of NR is 5G NR is distributed unit. So basically the logical node of subsets of G node B function, depending of the function, is a split option. Its operations is controlled by CU, and distributed unit is known as other network like RRH, RRU, RE, and RU. So, as per architecture, these are the some transport 5G transport layer architecture. So 5G network comprise the remote radio distributed unit and central unit and the core नेटवर्क. सो 5G नेटवर्क में ये तीन ही यूनिट होते हैं, लाइक तीन नोड में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया गया, RRU एंड DU, CU and core network, right? So the terms of front haul, mid haul and back haul are describing in the 5G transport network supports interfaces between these nodes. Front haul means the network supports the lower layer like phi physical layer in the NG RAN, and mid haul is supports the 3GPP NG RAN F1 interfaces, and the backhaul transport network supports the 3GPP NG layer interfaces that provides the interconnection between the RAN and G node B. So as we have given the instruction, we have given the information about there are uh, section of telecom. One is RAN, radio access network. Second one is core, and third one is services core. So CPE and access G node B comes in the RAN part, and there are dark fiber which is providing as a support element, WDM, pre-integrated transport layer. So and then comes in the switch DWDM, and then core network. Core network will be connected with each other and provide the network connectivity, right, to all the devices of 5G, right? So now we comes on the challenges of mechatronics, like so uh, there are addressing and following challenges require the systematically approach, uh, interdisciplinaries, collaboration and advanced design tools and methodologies, and ongoing research and development efforts, like integration complexity. Mechatronics involves the integration of mechanical, electrical, and software components. Coordinating these diverse elements can be challenging, especially when they come from different disciplines and have different design, constraint, interfaces, and requirements. Second one is interdisciplinaries collaboration. Effective collaboration between engineers from different disciplines is crucial is mechatronics. And however, coordinating efforts, communicating across disciplines, and bridges knowledge gaps can be difficult. It requires multidisciplinary approach and shared understanding and system goals and requirements. Design optimization. Design mechatronic systems that meet performance objectives and considering constraints such as cost, size, weight, power consumption is challenging. It requires balancing trade-offs and making decisions across multiple domains, which can be complex and irritative. So, fourth one is sensing ac- actuation. So, mechatronic systems rely on sensors, right, to preserve their environment, actuators to interact with it. However, selecting integration and calibrating sensors and actuators to meet the accuracy, reliability, and performance requirements can be challenging. It requires knowledge of sensors, actuators, technologies, signals processing, and control techniques. Then fifth one is system reliability and safety. Here, mechatronic systems are often used in the safety critical applications such as automotive systems, medical services, industrial automations, ensuring ensuring reliability and safety of these systems is paramount. However, factors such as component failures, software bugs, and unforeseen interactions between system subsystems can pose challenging to reliability and safety assurance. So these are the technologies evolved in the 6G, like artificial intelligence and machine learning, Internet of Things, advanced sensor actuators, uh, embedded system and real-time computing, advanced material manufacturing techniques. So in the AI, uh, uh, overall AI and machine learning plays a pivotal role in the advancing the capability of performance mechatronic systems, enabling them to operate more autonomously, efficiently, and intelligently across the wide range of application and industries, like autonomous control. So so basically, autonomous control, how we can like AI and machine learning enables systems to operate autonomously by learning from data and making decisions without explicit programming. This autonomy is particularly useful in the application such as robotics, which we have already given you the instruction like information previously, where the system needs to adapt dynamically environments and perform tasks without human intervention. So the second role of AI, predictive maintenance, right? So by analyzing data from the sensors and actuators, AI and machine learning algorithms can predict when component of system are likely to fail, right? This predictive maintenance approach helps us to prevent unexpected downtime and reduce the maintenance cost by scheduling maintenance activities when necessary. So third role of AI is optimizing adaptation. So in the AI, optimizing the performance of system by continuously analyzing the data and adjusting system parameters to achieve desired objectives. For example, manufacturing data processes, right? AI can optimize parameters such as speed, pressure, temperature, and improving effectively and quality. The key component is natural learning language processing. Uh, 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 AI powered system can understand and respond to natural language processing commands, enabling more iterative and user-friendly interfaces. Right? This is particularly relevant in applications such as smart home devices, the wearable devices, right? Whenever where our user interacts system by using voice command and text to speech, text input, right? Then sixth one is adaptive control learning. AI is provide with the help of AI machine learning can adaptively control mechatronic system by learning from their interactions with the environment. The adaptive control capabilities allows the system continuously improve its performance over time and adapt to challenging operating conditions or requirements. Fault detection. Suppose that in our network some fault came, right? Then how we can like with the AI also can detect with the sensors, analyzing the data and provide like if somebody is using Linux operating system, right? So there are some logs came in the systems, right? AI can analyze the fault from the logs files and provide the instruction, provide the detection to the users and provide the alarms in form of alarms to the user, right? So basically this techniques are employed for the fault detection and diagnosis in the system by analyzing sensors data and system behavior. These algorithms can detect the anomalies and defects from the normal operations and identity to the root cause and fault malfunctions. Right? Simulation and design optimization. This is the last AI. AI and machine learning can provide the key roles. Like what is simulation and designing optimization? So basically, the method are used in the simulation and optimization in of the system during the design phase. These techniques can explore the wide range of design parameters, evaluate their performance through the simulation and optimize the design to meet the specific objectives such as efficiency, reliability, and the cost. So overall, AI and machine learning play the pivot role in the advancing the capabilities and performance of the system and enabling them to operate the autonomously, effectively, and intelligently across the wide range of application and industries. Right? So, is there any query? Now, I'm going to provide you the role of 5G. So already I have given the some more feature. We have already told you about the 5G features, like it is providing the high speed data transmission, as we have already seen in earlier slides, like the data speed, correct? So 2 Gbps to 20 Gbps, up to 20 Gbps we can achieve in the 5G. Previously in the 4G, 2 Gbps we have received per user, and now in the 5G up to 20 Gbps we can achieve. So high speed data services, it is providing high speed data transmission. So this is the main feature. It is providing the 5G low latency. So with the help of low latency, there are many use cases we can evolve in the 5 with the 5G solutions. So I'll talk you in next slide. What are the features we can evolve in the 5G? So high device density and massive connectivity, network slicing and quality of services. Right? QS as a feature which we can provide in the 5G also. So previously there are some features which is providing in the QS in the 4G, but now QS is enhanced based on that high speed transmission. So quality of services also changed, and network slicing, as per we have discussed the network slicing as a feature. So in the 5G concept, the core feature like network slicing, which allows the network operators to partition the single physical network into multiple virtual network, right? Each like specific user cases or applications. This capability enables system to receive the dedicated network resources and the customized quality of services parameters based on their requirement. For example, critical control signal in the system can prioritized to ensure low latency and high reliabilities, while less time sensitive data can be allowed low priority, right? So this is the feature which comes in the 5G services. So now we are talking 5G beyond services, like importance of 6G. Why 6G required, right? So right now we are utilizing as a 5G technology. So what are the cases which we can overcome in the 6G, or we can say that what are the drawbacks comes in the 5G which we can overcome in the 6G, right? So give me a 2 minutes time. I have one call. Sorry. So overall 6G holds the potential to revolutionize system by providing faster data rate, ultra low latency, massive connectivity, advanced security features, and support the emerging technologies such as terahertz communication. Right now in the 5G, we have achieved up to 20 Gbps. So in the 6G, we have evolved, we have made such kind of devices which can provide the terahertz communication also. So enhanced data rate and bandwidth we have received in the 6G. So basically, in the 6G is expected to provide the even faster data rate and higher bandwidth compared to 5G, right? This increase the capacity will allow the system to transmit and receive the larger volume of data at higher speed, right? Enabling more complex data intensive applications. For example, the industry automations system can utilize 6G enhanced bandwidth to support high resolution video streaming for remote monitoring and control manufacturing processes, right? So ultra low latency also one of the feature we also can receive in the 6G. So this is key feature anticipated in the 6G ultra low latencies. So potentially reducing the latencies to sub milliseconds level. This ultra low latency is crucial for system that requires a real time communication and the control such as aut- autonomous vehicle and surgical robots and teleoperating operation systems, right? In the 6G ultra low latency capabilities, systems can achieve near in instantaneous response time, enabling more prescribed and agile operations, right? So third one, the important features in the 6G we can receive massive connectivity and internet of everything. Right now, what we call as internet of things, but in the massive connectivity and internet of everything. So all the devices comes on internet. So everything like internet on of everything means like all the home automation devices, like vehicles, like all the devices which comes on the internet, right? So 6G is expected to support a massive number of connected devices per unit area and surpassing the capabilities of previous generation of mobile networks. This massive connectivity enables the prolifications of internet of everything, right? Where not only devices but also the physical objects and environments and interconnected and intelligent. This system can seamlessly integrate with the vast array of sensors, actuators, and control systems, enabling more interconnected and collaboration and collaborative operations. So fourth feature we can receive terahertz communication. So as we have given the detail like 20 Gbps 20 Gbps speed we have received in the 5G, and in the 6G we can achieve up to terahertz GB like terahertz communication. So 6G anticipated to leverage the terahertz frequencies band for communication, offering higher data rates, bandwidth compressed to current microwave frequencies used in 5G. Terahertz communication enables system to transmit and receive the data much faster speed, facilitating the exchange of the large volume of data in real time. The capabilities is particularly beneficial for applications such as high high definition video streams like 8K 8K more than or more than that, virtual reality, AR and VR like augmented reality, and much more systems. So in the 6G, the last what we have selected here, the advanced security and privacy features. So it is also we can provide a key feature in the 6G we have introduced. So it is what we can say that devices in the 6G data exchange, ensuring the security and privacy becomes increasing important, right? 6G is expected to incorporate advanced security features such as quantum cryptography and AI driven threat detection to safeguard the data and communication channels, right? These advanced security measures will help protect system for from the cyber threats to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of the sensitive information. So overall, 6G holds the potential to revolutionize system by providing a faster data rate, low and ultra low latencies, massive connectivity, advanced security features, and support emerging technologies such as terahertz communication, right?
Yes, yes.
So now moving forward, like features cyber physical systems, as we have already given the detail like
सर एक क्वेश्चन था.
driverless car, right?
हेलो.
क्या सर? हाँ सर.
हाँ, एक क्वेश्चन था कि
बताइए सर.
जैसे जो 5G में इंटरऑपरेबिलिटी इश्यूज रहते हैं,
हम्म.
जैसे कि डिफरेंट वेंडर्स एंड ऑपरेटर may have varying implementation for 5G and that will lead to compatibility issues.
अभी भी हम लोग देखो ना सर, अगर सपोज दैट वन ऑपरेटर टू अनदर ऑपरेटर,
हम्म
जैसे अदर ऑपरेटर अगर 3G पे है, तो वी
हम्म
हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ कैपेबिलिटी के बैकवर्ड कंपेटेबल है. हम लोग 3G के जो प्रोटोकॉल्स है 5G से हम लोग 4G में और 3G में भी सपोर्ट कर पा रहे हैं. इंटर
हम्म.
ऑपरेबिलिटी होती है हमारे यहाँ पे अभी भी
अच्छा.
बाय
वो
सम
तो
गेटवेज.
हाँ हाँ, 6th जनरेशन में इसका कोई सॉल्यूशन?
6th generation maybe there are multiple gateway comes in the picture, so that can also help to backward compatibility also कि
और
आप
दूसरा
6G से.
दूसरा भी अभी 5th जनरेशन में जो इशू है जैसे बैटरी लाइफ का है.
हम्म.
5G devices they are consuming more power and reducing the battery life.
करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट.
फिफ्थ
सो
जनरेशन का भी है कि
हाँ, 5th generation में देखो आपको बताता हूँ, द पावर कंस्टेंट इज द मेजर कंसर्न एक्चुअली
हम्म
ऑन द बैटरी, बिकॉज आई टेल यू जो आपका हायर जनरेशन हायर बैंड जो है उसका हायर कंजप्शन होता है ऑन द डिवाइसेस, राइट? So also there are multiple techniques which is optimizing the power basically. So
अच्छा
there are new technologies comes, जैसे हमारा एग्जांपल के लिए बताता हूँ, there are multiple devices which are using the less power. जियो के जो डिवाइसेस हैं that is consuming less power as compared to other vendor devices, ठीक है ना? तो वो आप परचेज कर सकते हो। उसमें कंजप्शन ऑफ द पावर जो है वहाँ पे, जैसे मैं एग्जांपल के लिए बताता हूँ कि अभी कुछ-कुछ कंपोनेंट व्हिच आर नॉट यूजफुल फॉर द हैंडसेट्स, वो हमने अपने डिवाइसेस में निकाल दिया।
अच्छा
हाँ, और प्री इंटीग्रेटेड लाइक एप्लीकेशंस हमने डाल दिए। लाइक आपको एक्स्ट्रा आपको डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है जो एप्लीकेशंस होते हैं, जो यूज़फुल एप्लीकेशन लाइक सोशल मीडिया एप्लीकेशंस, तो उनको हमने प्री इंटीग्रेटेड करके डाल दिया। उनमें भी वो जैसे मैं एग्ज़ाम्पल के लिए आपको एक अभी बताया था कि सपोज़ दैट आप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यूज़ करते हैं, करेक्ट? तो जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, उसमें आप वो सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ कीजिए जो कि लेस बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़फुल वाले एप्लीकेशंस हैं, उनको आप इंस्टॉल कीजिए, बाकी एप्लीकेशंस को आप छोड़ दीजिए बिकॉज़ दे आर आल्सो कंज्यूमिंग द पावर एंड स्पेस एज़ वेल एज़ योर रिसोर्सेज़, करेक्ट? जो
बराबर है
सॉफ्टवेयर आपके यूज़फुल नहीं हैं, उन सॉफ्टवेयर को ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम से आप निकाल दीजिए। सो दैट इज़ आल्सो one of the feature optimize the resources like your
यस
power
यस यस
resources also आपका बहुत स्मार्टली आप यूज़ कर पाएँगे और अपने हैंडसेट्स को। जैसे अभी कुछ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ऐसे आ रहे हैं जो बेसिक नीड वाले जो फीचर्स हैं, उनको प्री बिल्टेड करके डालते हैं और
अच्छा
साथ ही साथ बहुत बहुत ही बेसिक मिनिमल पैकेजेस के साथ में आपको हैंडसेट्स देते हैं, जो आप इंस्टॉल कीजिए और उसका लेस पावर कंजप्शन हमने देखा गया है। सो इन द 6G ऑल्सो, सो जो वेंडर्स हैं उनको इंस्ट्रक्शन ऐसे हैं कि इन द एआई फीचर्स ऑल्सो द बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट लाइक बेसिक फीचर्स के जो आपके एप्लीकेशंस हैं उनके साथ में इंस्टॉल किया जाए। So there are
और एक
many techniques. This is the one
हम्म
of the technique we have given you कि आप जो जैसे मैं ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम की बात करता हूँ तो किक स्टार्ट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एक फीचर आता है। सो बेसिक
अच्छा
पैकेजेस के साथ में आप उसको डाउनलोड कीजिए अपने हैंडसेट्स के अंदर और उसको यूज़ कीजिए। लाइक आप क्या यूज़ करते हैं मेनली फेसबुक, व्हाट्सऐप, सोशल मीडिया एप्लीकेशंस, वॉइस कॉल के लिए जो एप्लीकेशंस हैं वो, वीडियो कॉल के लिए कुछ एप्लीकेशन आप यूज़ करते होंगे। सो एंड पेमेंट गेटवेज़ के लिए कुछ एप्लीकेशंस होंगे। बाकी जो एप्लीकेशंस हैं लाइक जैसे आप अगर गेम खेलते हैं तो पर्टिकुलर गेमिंग की जो एप्लीकेशंस हैं उनको ही डाउनलोड कीजिए। मेजर आपको
बराबर
देखना ये होगा कि बेस्ड ऑन द यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज, यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर, मेरा क्या कितना रिसोर्स जो है वो यूटिलाइज्ड हो रहा है। आप उससे ऑप्टिमाइज़ कर सकते हैं अपने पावर के हैंडसेट्स के पावर को।
अच्छा
सो अभी आने वाले टाइम में आपको बहुत लेस लाइक व्हाट वी कैन से दैट लाइक साइजिंग ऑफ दैट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आल्सो कम्स इन द मार्केट। सो इन द 6G आप देखेंगे कि अपना ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जब आप डाउनलोड करेंगे या अपग्रेड करेंगे तो उसमें आपको बताया जाता है कि ये साइज इतना रहेगा, इस साइज ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का साइज इतना है, आप ये डाउनलोड करना चाहते हैं तो आपके हैंडसेट्स में वो डाउनलोड कर दिया जाएगा। सो
अच्छा और एक भी जो इशू है अभी फिफ्थ जनरेशन में,
हुँ,
जैसे
हुँ।
रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी रेडिएशन कंसर्न है, रेडिएशन का।
जैसे
हम
बताइए?
बोलते हैं ना 5G नेटवर्क कैन यूज द हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी
Uh,
रेडियो वेव्स।
Kale sir,
हाँ
यस सर।
Kale sir, there are some of the participants who may not understand Hindi, so it's
ओके।
better to discuss in English.
यस सर यस सर
Yes. So, I was also got the detail about radiation, right?
यस
So
यस
first
यस
of all,
रेडिएशन पैटर्न्स
I'll tell you this telecom signals like telecom waves are non-ionizing waves, right? So it
Yes.
will not penetrate to human body. It will not enter it will not affect the human body actually. So that's why government has allowed these waves in the environment. That's why they are all providing as a auction in the auction, right? So I'll tell you होता क्या है whenever जो radiation होता है
Mm-hmm.
whatever radiation comes in the environment, it largely comes in the down of the base station जहाँ पे whatever like devices we have installed in the under the base station,
Yes, yes.
most of the radiation comes in that place. So for the better environment friendly, we are introduced as a greenhouse base station, like proper plantation of inside under the base station we can do that, so that radiation not will not affect the environment, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So uh, question is you have asked for environmental purpose. So this is the solution we can implement in the environment for the better environment friendly situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other query?
No, sir. If the participant has query, then you can ask.
So I think I think some more slides
Yes, 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 sir.
will
You
be there. So
continue.
I'll cover all the details also. So I'll start
Yes, sir.
in the pace. Basically, the cyber physical systems, right? This is the main feature comes in the in future. So it represents the convergence of physical process and computational and communication technologies. They seamlessly blend the physical and digital worlds, allowing the real-time monitoring and control optimization of the complex system of the interconnected networks between cyber and physical. The it represents a convergence of physical processes with computational and communication technologies. They seamlessly blend the physical and digital world, allowing the real-time monitoring, control, and optimizing the complex systems. So, the second one is real-time responsiveness. So it consists of interconnected network of physical components, sensors, attenuators, and actuators, and computational devices. These network enables bidirectional communication, facilitating data exchange between the physical environment and digital environment systems. The third one is interdisciplinary nature. So it uh, development requires expertise from the diverse disciplines such as engineering, computer systems, mathematical problems, and domain specific fields like manufacturing, transportation, healthcare, energy. Collaboration across these disciplines is essential for designing, implementation, and optimizing CPS system solutions. So wide range of applications, what it finds application in the various domains, including smart manufacturing and intelligent transportation systems, healthcare monitoring, energy management, and environmental monitoring, and smart cities. They enhance efficiency, safety, and reliability, and substantially in these domains, leading the transformative advancement in the technologies and societies. So these are the wearable devices. Wearable devices are designed to be worn on the body, providing user and mobility convenience like health monitoring devices, AR and VR, adaptive technologies, consumer electronics. So basically, wearable devices are designed to wear on the body, provided the user with the mobility and convenience. So health monitoring also wearable we can achieve with the health monitoring devices. Wearable devices can monitor a vital sign, physical activities, and other health related metrics like uh, your heartbeats, uh, uh, l- providing a valuable insight into the user's health and well-being. So AR or VR also we can achieve with the wearable devices. So that kind of device enhance AR and VR experience by providing the haptic feedback and motion tracking and other interactive features. And the last is consumer electronics. So that kind of devices application in the consumer electronics such as smart watches, fitness trackers, smart clothes, uh, sorry smart clothing, and offering features such as notification, navigations, and entertainments applications. So this is like the feature we can achieve in the 6G, the robotics we can wear it and provide you like biomechatronics, combine the physical and biology and mechanics, electronics and control systems to develop the devices interact with the human body, right? So the last slide is smart city infrastructure, integrated infrastructure uh, uh, we can achieve with the help of 6G. So integrated infrastructure uh, uh, So smart city basically leverage the IoT sensors and data and analysts and integrated various infrastructure systems. जैसे for example transportation, energy, water and waste management, improving the efficiency and substantive subs, efficiency, right? So these are the smart city features like data driven decision making, mobility, transportation, and citizen engagement. Thank you so much. That's it. So these are the features which we can achieve in the beyond technologies of 5G and emerging trend of technologies with the help of 6G and other technologies also. Thank you so much.
It's a time to question and answers now.
Yes, please.
I have one question.
Yes, please, sir.
In fifth generation, we are totally dependence on the technology
Mm-hmm.
that basically increase the dependency and decrease the face-to-face interaction.
Correct.
So is there any solution in the sixth generation?
Yes, actually, we can say that whenever new technologies comes, right? So various advancement and various drawbacks also comes in with the new technology, right? So we can say that better use of technology, what we um, what we can say that we use for best purpose uh, 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 things from the technology, do not uh, evolved too much in the technology, uh, these are the technologies which it provides some kind of help, not
Yes, yes.
not for uh, the habits. uh, Always we can say that ati sarvatra barjate. I think uh, uh, हर चीज की जो ज्यादा मिलता है वो खराब होता है, but this kind of technology which we can drives from the best thing from the technology actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is
And one more thing in fifth generation,
yes.
because this fifth generation can collect and process the vast amount of data, and which also increase the security issue.
Mm, yes.
So maybe it will be solved in the sixth generation.
Yes, actually, in the fifth generation also there are many features, many algorithms comes in the uh, in the market. So there are engineers who is working. अभी बहुत काम बाकी है. There are lots of work. Uh, have we can say that it is going on in
Yes, yes.
in the 5G as well as in the 6G. So we can say that the new technology comes with the some restrictions, some security features. But whenever it takes time, then better security features also comes in the market, right? In the 6G also,
Yes, yes.
6G also actually some kind of AI features evolved in that, so that there are many and self detection, self fault detection feature will come, and it will provide a security, large amount of security features also.
One more question: when we can expect the sixth generation in India?
So as I have already given you in the slide 2030. So
2030. Okay.
yes, after we are working on the 6G. So some standards are some work groups are already working on the 6G standards. So अभी लिखना बाकी है, right? It is under the
Process.
process.
Yes. Any question from participant side?
So there are many technologies as my expertise in data science, right? And IMS I have already given you, but there are few examples of data science. So data is mainly very crucial for in coming future technologies, right? So
Right. Right.
data security is also one kind of domain which provides you the feature, the data security features uh, comes in next generation networks also.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So one of the technology called as blockchain, right? So
Yes. Yes.
one kind of security, like blockchain is also providing a security best currently like better security features in the blockchain framework we can achieve.
Yes.
As we have read that blockchain is providing a much more security features like hash 264, right?
Yes.
Algorithm. So it is much more reliable or much more safety features uh, algorithm right
Yes.
now.
Yes. Yes.
So to authenticate like user in the core network, right?
Yes.
So blockchain is also coming in the 6G. We can also see that in the future. I think blockchain is also one kind of framework which evolved new technologies which will be integrated in the 6G.
Yes. 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 Definitely. Actually, you have a lot of experience and you are working in India's leading company, Reliance Jio
Yes,
platform.
yes, sir.
So, where our country currently stand if we compare with China?
So as we can see that nowadays uh, in terms of telecom, right? In terms
Mm.
of telecom, we are the first leading right now company in the world. It is having 400 million subscribers and many more. Like in air fiber also, the subscriber count is rapidly growing, right? And
Yes.
internet utilization of per subscriber is right now very higher other than other countries, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So based on in the telecom market right now we are the leading company. We are the leading organization in the world. So uh, as I think our prime minister also told many times, okay, we are the largest internet users, subscribers, and users in the world.
Yes. 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 So, any question from participant side?
So we are working as a Make in India right now. Make in India thought process, as our honorable prime minister already given some deadlines. So we are working as per their guidelines, uh, their instructions. So our product, our 5G is in-house based product. So
Yes.
based on that, we are working. So we are evolving in our as a India's software. We are coming globally also in
Yes.
coming
Yes. Yes.
futures.
Yes. So, best of luck for your leading company, Reliance Jio. And
Thank you so much.
the last
Thank you
thing
so
it
much.
is vote of thank. So, uh, dear Ishwar sir and dear Rukumanna sir, on behalf of entire team, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude for taking the time to share your invaluable insights on fifth generation and beyond emerging trends and technology during our faculty development program on next generation communication. Your enlightening talks not only broaden our understanding of the subject, but also inspire us to explore the vast possibility in this field. Your expertise and passion for these subjects are truly commendable. So, thank you once again for your contribution to making this FDP a resounding success. We look forward to your continuous guidance and support in future endeavors. So thank you once again, Mr. Ishwar,
Thank you so much,
and
sir.
your team also.
Thank you so much, sir. Ravindra Kumar, sir, and Santosh, sir. So
Yes, sir.
to give
Very,
this
very nice. And
opportunity this in this forum to like this is also valuable for me because some topics also we have recalled once again.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, nice session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And tomorrow, this is for participant. Tomorrow we have a session from Mrs. Seema Siak, JP Morgan Chase and CEO Bangalore, and Mr. Pradeep from Indonesia, and Dr. Pramod from Sweden. So that's it from today's session. Hope you enjoy today's interactive session of Mr. Ishwar. And once again, thank you to all of you, and also today's resource person, Mr. Ishwar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.